It's just a part of your life that you don't expect that comes into it, and it's a very welcome part of your life that you want to continue and build that relationship that you start just on a tour. It's not just a tour, it's a part of your life that just keeps going. But something that I didn't expect was the level of personal emotion that the tour directors and the lecturers bring into the program, and it really gives you a sense of what these people have gone through and just makes you want to know more and makes you want to love the Irish people even more.
My name is Margaret Drucker from Boulder, Colorado, and Ireland has been slowly creeping up to the top of my bucket list.
This trip looked ideal, especially because it was North and South Ireland and not just one little corner.
I love the country, and I have been here before, but I love the country and I just wanted to come back.
It's quite different from what I expected, and in a very good way. A lot of the stuff seemed, don't like to use the word, but touristy, but it's turning out not to be that way, actually.
I think they can expect a great deal of diversity. We saw natural wonders, but then we also saw ancient wonders, and it was all explained to us so carefully, and we got the history and the background of each spot that we visited.
I was very much interested in coming on this particular program because it visited Northern Ireland. And I was interested in that, having read Leon Uris's book called Trinity 30 years ago, and have been interested ever since. So this was the only trip that I was aware of that went to Northern Ireland, which is why I chose it.
I think the whole thing has been a highlight. It's been kind of an even flow of just integrating within a lot of things that are just kind of beautiful, interesting, and you get a real feel for the countryside, the culture. I think the whole blend of it is really, it's not a highlight, but it's really what makes us unique.
Hearing the man who took us on a tour around the Bogside was very special. His presentation was so heartfelt.
The Maiden City, the Walled City, Stroke City, meaning Derry, stroke Londonderry. And the one I use to try and keep me out of trouble, and the one I hope you all use when you go back home, and that is legendary.
The murals showed the violence that's gone on, and then we were really brought forth to the current time where people are still in conflict but are working towards finding peace, and that's such a difficult hurdle to make. And we heard that from so many different angles of how people are working to try to, in their hearts, find a peace, and still struggling with the divisiveness that's still there. It's very meaningful to hear that from individuals who are on different sides of the fence and are yet trying to reach toward each other.
Where the wandering water gushes from the hills above Glencar, in pools among the rushes that scarce could bathe a star, we seek for slumbering trout, and whispering in their ears give them unquiet dreams, leaning softly out from ferns that drop their tears over the young streams. Come away, O human child, to the waters and the wild, with a fairy hand in hand, for the world's more full of weeping than you can understand.
They just got up around the Charlenois and judged them on whether it was this or
That couple was, as far as I'm concerned, the highlight of the trip so far. I'd read about what the cottages look like, and I was hoping to see a cottage off in the distance somewhere with a thatch, and then there I was in one, having a lady explain how it was set up and what was where. And
lightly like that, flatten it, and put a cross on it. Now we used to be
sitting there watching her sing a song that was in Gaelic, and watching her make soda bread, and sitting in the room with the fire going right next to us, and getting a feel for what life has been like for a number of rural folk in Ireland over the more recent history. It's just been connectedness through history, the way it's been presented, and that's been very exciting.
It really sees a lot more Ireland than these short trips, and I would highly recommend the longer the trip, the better the trip.
You'll be very busy, but pleasantly so. And if you're anything like me, I mean, I knew some stuff about Ireland before coming. I'd done a good amount of reading over the years, but you can expect, again, to learn more things. There's specialists that help you get a more depth into what you know about.
We went out to Cove, and that's where a lot of the boats that took the immigrants off to the New World left from. And it makes me wonder where my ancestors left from to go to Canada in 1824, which is a long time ago too. I have Ulster Scots blood, which I'm going to go home and delve into, do a little more research and find out where they came from in Scotland, that they ended up in Ireland and then ended up in Canada. So.
We also went to dinner with some of the families that live in the area, and they're so welcoming into your home. The evening would start out with just getting to know each other, and then it developed into a almost immediate friendship that we established throughout the meal.
I'm outside of Waterford at Tremor, at a lovely, lovely community center that used to be the Irish Coast Guard quarters. We had a delightful lunch prepared by the local ladies, and we are very well fed for the rest of our journey to Dublin.
I haven't found anybody who's come to Ireland who hasn't had an enormously positive experience here. They love the people, they love the culture, they love everything about Ireland. You know, in that light, yes, it's met our expectations. It really is a love affair with Ireland.
There's so much more to learn. There's so much more to see. There's so much more to do. And there's so much more that I want to do in order to learn more about the country, the people, and see more places that I haven't been to yet. Ireland has more than met my expectations. It's gone beyond that, and I just want to come back. Over and over again, I want to come back.